Okay, so welcome everybody. We are so excited just to, talk about ending the month strong tonight. I'm so excited for, all the promotions that have already popped, and I know we have so many more happening tonight and tomorrow. Alissa and I want you to walk away from the Zoom tonight, number one, feeling extremely equipped. Number two, being at extreme peace that regardless of what you see on your chart, like you can focus and put your head down and make it happen and like give God an opportunity to show up big in your life and in your business right now while, you putting everything you've got on the table for him to bless. And then number three, just like give you guys some really tangible tips. Both of us have been through, so many huge promotions in our business, from executive all the way up to ambassador and then doing it again on our 2.0. And we're just excited just to share with you guys just our very best tips and just what we've learned. So yeah, on that note, I'm going to pass it over to Alissa and let her kick it off. And then we'll just kind of tag off of each other and give you guys our best and then let you guys get off and get straight to work.
Hey guys, I am so excited to be on here. Oh my goodness. I feel like a new woman. I've showered today. I did my hair. I gave myself an at-home tan. I had to do something. But I have been working so hard this month. And here's what I can tell you guys, okay? When it comes to the end of the month, some of you might be on here and the end of the month is when you really start working your business. I want to first encourage you every single month, work your business as hard as you're working it right now every single day. Okay, don't just wait till the last few days of the month where you feel like a crazy person because you're finally putting in the effort. You should be working how you're working right now every single day of the month. Trust me, I have so been there. I've been there where I've pushed more at the end of the month than at the beginning, where I should have been doing it the entire month. So that is the first thing that I want to say. That we are in momentum right now. I realize what is going on, okay? But I'm telling you right now, people want these products. People want this business. If you sleep on this, you will miss out. You're going to miss out on the graph that is changing right now. It is going like this in our businesses, okay? You have an opportunity to introduce the business to someone, to introduce the product to someone. People are signing up left and right. Poor man thinking versus rich man thinking is what is going to determine your success in your business right now, period. Okay? People want these products. People want this business. So when it comes to the end of the month, here's what I can say is that I have seen God work in so many crazy ways the last couple of days of the month. So we are on here. You have the rest of the night and you have all day tomorrow until 1 a.m. Eastern to make it happen. Normally, I would suggest promoting a few days before the end of the month so that you can fill gaps where needed if possible. But with it being the end of the month in just a couple of days, I want you to have the faith that whatever you are working towards right now is an absolute possibility, hands down. When you make the decision that it's happening, things start to happen all around you. And if you're going for a promotion, whether it's this month or going into April, I want you to start working, like I said, like this is the beginning of a new month. I want you to have the momentum you have right now going into April. When it comes to your chart, what you're looking at, what you need, here's the first thing you're going to do. You should have a chart in front of you. Whether you're going Ruby all the way to Ambassador Diamond, you have a chart in front of you that you understand is your roadmap. If you don't have that in front of you, you have no direction of where you're going. So having that roadmap in front of you is crucial. Your entire time in this business, it will be what you look at day and night to have to know where you're going in order to know the amount of volume that you need, the amount of team members that you need to be bringing in. All of that determines your success with this, okay? So having your charts printed, crucial. Next is having urgency, you guys. Right now, I'm telling you, people are joining left and right. You need to have that sense of urgency, especially as we're closing out the end of the month. Do you know where the gaps are? Is there gaps in volume? Is there gaps in distributors? Knowing that is going to be your first step because then you know what your focus is going to be. If right now it's getting those gaps filled for distributors, do that ASAP before April is here. You can focus all of April on getting the volume in. End the month with the $49 kits. Get whatever chart you're working towards right now, get it filled, and focus on volume the entire month of April. Even if going into April you still have gaps filled, I focus on 1 week getting the gaps filled for distributors. The rest of the month is focused on volume and only volume. That is how I suggest you build your entire business, okay? So knowing where volume is needed, you guys. When it comes to where volume is needed, I want you focusing on going from the bottom up. Work your way from the bottom of your chart volume-wise to the top of your chart. Knowing how much volume is needed and where is so crucial. So here's how I want you to kind of break this down. Let's say that you're working with someone, they need about 100 in volume. I always will break it down for people and give them I will have them set a goal to get X amount of customers with X product. That way, it just breaks it down and it's so much more simple for them. If you need a loyal customer who needs 125 in volume, I would suggest go get them on the keto coffee with chocolate greens and the TFX. Okay, that is how I always will break it down, is by getting the volume needed, break it up into loyal customers, exactly what loyal customers that is. And if you're doing this for your team, it's your responsibility to guide them through this. Because some of you are new on here and you're like, I don't even know what GV really is. And so that's your responsibility as an upline to provide that for your girls, okay? Provide that for your team, is breaking down that volume, and that will help make so much sense for them. And then having that goal, like, okay, I'm getting this customer today. All I need is 3 customers with a month supply of skinny coffee. That's my goal, okay? Break it down for it that way. That will make things so much easier. And I love working from the bottom up, because then everyone is in sync. Everyone's rocking and rolling. Volume is coming in, okay? But you have to know how far you are from a promotion in order to make this happen. Whether you're just getting started, great. You're working towards Ruby, right? You have your Ruby chart printed off. You understand that. That's what you're working towards. But you have to know how far you are from your promotion. That means having your chart printed off, pulling volume. How you pull volume is from going to the tree viewer on your eSuite. Click through everyone's volume, okay? The 25th is the last day any volume is ran for the month besides your new customers. Okay, so on the 25th, you'll know exactly what you need for a promotion, but don't wait until the 25th. Start getting that volume in, get some extra volume in here and there if needed. Cushion that up a little bit. Go into your next promotion with the volume for the promotion after that. Okay, that's what I always recommend doing. If you're working towards your first 6 loyal customers, right now is the time to do it. With this urgency that is happening with everyone who is enrolling right now, this is the perfect time for you to set a goal. And I highly suggest doing this. If you're just getting started, try to get your 6 loyal customers in tonight and tomorrow. Like, set that goal for yourself, okay? You have been provided with, I already know if you're on here, you have all of the verbiage that you need, you have scripts, and you have posts that you need. So get it done. Okay, go live on your Facebook, announce that you joined a new adventure. If you haven't made your first post yet, or even if you have, start posting and talking about what you are doing. Right now is the perfect time for you to grab those first 6 loyal customers. If you've been in the business and you're going for a promotion and you need some extra volume, first of all, you guys already know how big I am of being a product of the product. I preach it all the time. You should be your best customer. And when it comes to kind of getting some of that cushion in with volume, what I always do every single month, even on the months that I'm not necessarily going for a promotion, but I just want to get that cushion of volume in, right? I want to have a strong foundation for my business. I'm going to all of my current loyal customers. You can use the Connect app or you can use the Tree Viewer, but I'm going to them and I'll introduce probably some of my favorite products at the moment, and I'll just ask them if they would love to try one of my favorite products, and I'll include some of the bullet points of what the product is, what it does, why I love it, and I'll just ask them, you get 40% off. Do you just want to go ahead and try this? I'm giving, like, or just something along those lines, you guys, because people, like, I'm so excited right now. I can't even talk. I'm just so pumped up because here's the thing is people want these products still right now and everything that's going on. And you guys are, some of you are thinking like a poor man instead of a rich man, and you're not understanding this. Like, you're just halting everything, okay? So I recommend going to all of your loyal customers to introduce maybe a new product. Go look at what they've ordered. If they haven't tried the Skinny Brew coffee, go talk about the Skinny Brew coffee to them. Share some before and afters. Go grab some before and afters off of Pinterest of a few different products. And if they haven't tried a product, send them a before and after and just say, hey, Amanda, oh my gosh, I had to send you this before and after. I think that you would absolutely love our brand new Skinny coffee. This is what it does. I'm getting orders in all night tonight. Since you're already a loyal customer, I would love just to get you that 40% discount and get your order in. How does that sound? Easy as that. Next is with perk points. You guys, there is a report now on perk points. You should be utilizing this every single month. I would do it at the middle of the month and at the end of the month. That way you can kind of break it up if you have a bigger report. And I suggest doing this every single month. Go to whoever has perk points and do this with your team. Have it be a power hour, perk point power hour, okay? And here's what you're going to do. You are going, whenever you're talking about the perk points, when I'm talking about it with someone, again, I'll see what they've ordered. If they haven't ordered a specific product, I will simply say, hey, Amanda, I just had to tell you about our Skinny coffee. You already get 40% off, but I would love to give you an extra, maybe they have 25 perk points. I would love to give you an extra $25 off of that Skinny coffee today if you want to get an order in. Then they get not only the 40% off, but they're going to use perk points and get an extra $25 off. And so that's just another way that you can word it with the perk points. Okay, that's huge. You guys do not want to miss out on the perk points. And next is the follow-up. Your business is going to be built on following up with people. You guys already know this. I follow up with people until they tell me they like leave me alone or they block me. But most of the time, people are just, they're busy, right? How many times do you pick up your phone and you don't respond? I do it all the time. How many times do you open a message and you don't respond, right? And so most of the time, people are just, they're just busy. So I am always following up. It's not something I do once a week. I do at least 5 to 10 follow-ups every single day. It is built into the foundation of how I build my business every single day. Right now, building your business on follow-ups is going to be so huge. This should be something you implement every single day. You guys, there are literally scripts everywhere on your team page, everywhere you look of follow-up scripts, okay? Mine are so simple and so to the point. I would just say, hey, Alex, I'm getting customers in today. I know you were so excited about trying our Skinny Brew. Let me know if you're ready to get started. And I also wanted to just share a couple results that I've recently seen because it made me so excited and reminded me to follow up with you. And I would send them a couple before and afters from Pinterest. From all of the before and afters, you guys are on Pinterest. I am like all about sending them before and afters because I think that that will make them so much more excited, so much more excited. So I send a lot of before and afters when I'm upselling and when I'm following up and just in general too. So that is another tip for you guys. But following up is the key to this business with your potential distributors. There are 2 days left for people to join for $49 and to qualify for a $15,000 bonus. Do not sleep on that, you guys. And if you want to get follow-ups out quicker, I really suggest just voice messaging or have like a really great follow-up that you feel like is working well when it comes to distributors. But I always will either make a video message and send that out. It's the same message. I just record it so that it's able to send to everyone. or I'll record individual voice messages, but both way people can see me or hear my voice. And that's what people want, especially right now when you're following up with them. Try to be a little bit more genuine. Let them hear your voice. I promise it will speak so much volume to you as you're building this business. But those are a couple of my tips, Brittany. You can go ahead and share some of yours.
Oh my gosh, no, I love it so much. And guys, I just want to say, like, so Alissa obviously just ended on follow-ups, and you guys heard her say she follows up until they tell her to leave them alone, or they block her. That is literally what I heard her say when I started the business 3.5 years ago on a Zoom. And I've literally adopted that principle ever since, and it's never ever failed me. And I don't even think people have ever told me to leave them alone. So there's that. But that like could not, if there's nothing else you took away about follow-ups, I hope you heard that. And then that's all you need to know. Literally the distributors I have signed this month, I've signed 14 so far this month, and every single person, like, I have stayed on, because here's the thing, I know they need this business. And if they reached out to me and said like, hey, my life is, X, Y, and Z, this is what I'm going through, this is why I need it, and then we're talking and then it falls off, it's not their job to check back in with me. It's my job to keep checking back in with them. And that is what I've literally continued to do. I've had several distributors that like reached out a week ago, and I just kept talking to them every single day until they signed. And I'm telling you, that is the way to shorten the length of time that it takes to get people to sign. Don't space out your follow-ups like 3 months like that. At that point, like, they've forgotten about it. It's not even that exciting to them anymore. And so anyone that has, reached out to you about products, reached out to you about business, you've had a conversation with this month, like, when we get off this Zoom tonight, you need to check back in with them, because I'm telling you, like, you can't just like wait for them to feel ready and come back to you. Like, you've got to stay on them. So often people have whatever fear going on in their mind, or maybe like Alissa said, they're just busy. And when you check back in, like, if it's fear, you're going to be able to instill that belief and confidence into them and help eradicate those fears long enough for them to take the plunge. Or if it's busyness, like Alissa said, then you, like, good for you, like, checking back in with them, because they maybe legitimately didn't remember with all their kids at home and not having any toilet paper in their house and everything else they're stressed about with the, coronacation craziness. Like, they're like, oh my gosh, thank you for checking back in with me. Yes, I do still want to do this. Or yes, I do want to get that coffee. So I just wanted to really, really reiterate that, because I know sometimes you can get on this Zoom and you can hear things and it, like, maybe you think about it for a second, but then you're like, oh, I don't know if, I'm going to do that or if that'll work for me. Alissa and I both would not be where we're at today had we not adopted advice that was given to us and implemented it. Like, knowledge without implementation is nothing for you. And so many of the things she just said, I mean, I'm living proof it works, because here I am and I did all those things that she told me to do. So there's that. One thing that I really wanted to hit on is, like, right now, and Alissa talked about this too, is recruit. People are so hungry for opportunity right now. And I love what you said, Alissa, about how you can have a poor man mindset or a rich man mindset. If you think people aren't spending money, I'm sorry, but you're wrong. People are spending so much money right now. They're just online shopping because they can't go into the stores. Like, studies have shown that whenever, there's like certain things happening in people's lives, whether they're depressed, whether they just went through a life change, like, whether there's like some type of tragedy or crisis, like, that's actually when people are the most prone to spend money. I say this all the time, and Zach is probably laughing because he's heard me quote this to like so many people on the team, so many people I come in contact with. But during the Great Depression, lipstick sales actually were the highest they've ever been in our nation's history to date. Why? Because in a time when everything was falling apart, women wanted to feel pretty. They wanted something to make them feel good about themselves. And so that, if that doesn't show you that people will spend money on things that, maybe you don't think they'd spend money on when times are tough, I don't know what does, because lipstick is definitely not essential to like survive during the Great Depression, but that was what they cared about. And so why now more than ever would people not want to be healthy when there's a pandemic spreading across the country? Why now more than ever, when people can't physically go to work, would they not want an opportunity to work from home? Like, you have to like flip any negative mindset you have in your head right now, because I'm telling you it's wrong. So literally, with this deal that Mark has on the table for us, like, we've never seen this happen. Neither Alissa and I in our time in the business have ever seen him give you your startup money right back just for doing your first milestone in the business you would have done anyways. This is such an incredible blessing. And if you don't understand how big of a blessing this is, I'm just going to rant about it for like 60 seconds. I actually went live in my team page about this, so some of you are hearing this twice if you watch that live. But Mark does not have to do something like this. Our company doesn't have to do something like this. It's not profitable for them to let someone sign up for half off and then turn around and give it back to them. The company made no money, but that's what kind of company we work for, is a company that has such a heart for people during hard times and wants to give back and help people get a leg up any way they can. Like, this is not something the company's making money on. Let that sink in, but they're doing it anyways. That's what kind of company we work for. That's what kind of company you work for. Be a good steward of that incredible blessing that Mark laid out on the table for us. If you fully understand the magnitude of, like, as a business owner, what he just did to help people, you won't take that lightly. You'll be out there and you won't be able to shut up about it, because you'll be like, oh my gosh, this is the time you have to get in. This is so huge. So I just wanted to hit on that, because I feel like, so often we're just working, we're doing our thing, and we just don't even understand, like, how big something really is. And I feel like when you know that, like, when you know better, you do better. And so I wanted to share that. Another thing I wanted to share is, like, regardless of how far you think you are from your promotion, like what Alissa said about starting from the bottom and coming up, promotions breed promotions. So start with those executives. Start with those executives on your chart. I don't care if you're like, oh, I'm not going to go double this month, or I'm too far from triple, or whatever it is. Like, those of you who are going for bigger promotions, maybe you're just going for emerald, you're going for diamond, and it seems far away. Who can you help go executive tonight? I promise you could help someone go executive today that signed today. Like, executive is the first promotion. Literally, like, 8 customers would get someone to executive. So if you're feeling discouraged, the best way to fix that and turn that around is to help someone else. Because when you help someone else pop even a small promotion like executive, our very first one, you're going to realize, wow, that wasn't so hard. I wonder what else I can do. And the more promotions you breed on, like, that you make happen on your team, those promotions are going to breed other promotions. And like Alissa said, that momentum is only going to carry into next month. Another thing that I wanted to share is, and kind of just before I go on, tacking onto that, those of you who are brand new, maybe you just started today, you just started yesterday, you started this past week. Do not write yourself off and think that you can't promote this month. You absolutely can. And so if you just started, I want you to get with your enroller tonight and say, hey, how do I go executive? What is it going to take to do that? I want to do that. And then I want you to listen to them and take their advice and start making it happen. Because if you set your mind to it, I promise you can go executive by tomorrow night. And that's just going to put you so much further ahead for next month. That's going to put you so much closer to the $15,000 diamond bonus. And so, like, literally, I don't care who you are, you should be focusing on a promotion or focusing on someone on your team, helping them promote. Another thing I wanted to share that's just been working really, really well for me, I would say like 70% of the distributors I've signed this month have come from this. I am doing just little short video stories. They're nothing fancy. I'm not using anything to make them. I'm literally just going to the hands-free option in Instagram. I'm just, swiping it over to hands-free, clicking record, and I'm just talking and I'm just being real. So maybe I'm showing them something my kids are doing, or I'm just like talking about how excited I am about what's happening. I actually have one on my story right now about just like all the bonuses people are earning, if you guys want to watch it after to get an idea. But I also did one a couple days ago, just like showing my kids playing. And I just said, I'm just here with my kids. We're just honestly just making the best of this, all this quality time together, and just doing things that we normally wouldn't do. They're enjoying all this extra time outside, swimming, whatever. And I'm just so thankful that because of working off my smartphone, like, my life hasn't really been interrupted. Even with them home, we're able to, pivot and adapt, and I'm still able to bring in income. If your life has been altered during this time, I would love so much to give you info about what I do. You'd be eligible for a $15,000 bonus. I'd love so much to help you. Swipe up to my story and message me the word opportunity. I'd love to give you some info. And it's just very heartfelt, very nonchalant. It's like a minute long or less. And I'm telling you, people are responding, like, coming out of the woodworks. People who have maybe followed me or been my Facebook friend for a long time and have never expressed interest about the business are swiping up and saying, hey, I would like more info. Or they're swiping up and just saying opportunity. And so I just cannot stress enough, like, implement that. I don't care if you're already doing messaging, if you're already doing tons of business host to post, if you're doing, lots of, amazing heartfelt, posts every night telling your story. Do this too, because there's some people who are just in a fog right now. Maybe they're not even scrolling and reading posts very much. Maybe they're not, paying attention to other things. but they're watching those stories. And like Alissa said, there's something so powerful about them seeing your face and hearing your voice. All of a sudden now you're not just a person on social media, you're someone that they're relating to. You're someone that they can sense, wow, she's genuine. She actually seems like she cares. Man, if this is working for her, I wonder if it could work for me. And this works no matter what success you've had in the business. Like you can literally just say, it's such a blessing for me working off my smartphone. I'd love to give you info. So you don't have to have had the success that I've had or Alyssa's had and be able to brag about that for this to work. You just have to be a genuine person who really does truly believe you have a blessing on your hands and you want to offer it to other people. Another thing that I wanted to share is just, and Alissa talked about this too, but like breaking down what you need. And like, when you do that, what I love, you guys, Alissa talked about like breaking it down to like coffee and greens orders or like, greens and cleanse orders. When you break it down like that, you realize all of a sudden it's not as much as you thought. Like you could be 1,800 away from a promotion and that seems like such a big number. But when you break it down and you're like, oh, I just need like 18 customers. If I got 18 customers that were ordering, coffee and greens and, TFX, I would actually have more than enough volume. Then all of a sudden that doesn't seem that hard. You're like, okay, let me get with my, 2 biggest runners on my team. Let's all break this down together. Let's split this together. We can definitely get 18 customers in the next, 36 hours or however long we have. And so I just want to encourage you, like whatever number you're looking at, like be solution minded. No promotion I've ever had, and I feel like I can speak for Alissa on this too, no promotion she's ever had would have happened if we didn't remain solution minded through everything that was thrown our way during the month. Because I promise you, both of us had roadblocks that came all the way up to ambassador and beyond that were like, okay, what do I need to do? I need to adjust. I need to figure this out. And if you keep remaining in that posture, you will figure it out and the promotion will be yours. But if you look at that number and you allow yourself to just feel defeated and feel overwhelmed and feel like, well, it's just not my time, it's not going to be your time. Because with that attitude, it's not going to happen. Whatever you think you can or can't do, you are right. And so you've got to look at that number and know that it's yours. I was watching Sarah Jakes Roberts this morning. I was watching her sermon. I think it was called Change Your Core. And I wanted to read you guys something that she said. And I thought it was so, so powerful. I actually sent it to a few of you guys. But she said, Jesus kept me in mind. Jesus sits on the right hand of the Father, making intercession on my behalf. I have a responsibility to give him something to work with. And I just love that so much because it like sums up the epitome of work like it depends on you and pray like it depends on God. You have to give God something to work with. You have to give him something to bless. Lay it all out on the table. She also said at the end of that sermon, she said, if you want the promise, you can't be lukewarm. And this goes with what Alissa was saying about not waiting till the end of the month to start working. If you want the promise, you've got to be all in. You can't be lukewarm and just put up a post every 3 days, do host a post once a month, do follow-ups, 1 day a month. Like you have to be all in. And if you're all in, I promise you, like the promise is yours, but you've got to believe and you can't leave any stone unturned. Like you've got to show up like you want this, because I promise you, when you show up like you want it, things start happening. Everything starts moving towards you. And before you know it, that promotion is yours. And it feels so dang good because you fought for it. You fought for it and you earned it. And so I just want you guys to know, whatever promotion you're up for, we're cheering you on. Whatever promotion you're up for, we believe in you. We know you can do this. And simply because, guys, like we've done it. There's nothing inside of us that you guys don't have inside of y'all. If anything, you guys have more resources and more tools than we had when we started, because, we've just, as a company and as a team, come so much further since then. And Alyssa's smiling. She's like, Brittani, you had more than I even had. And it's true. Like just each year, you guys, like we get better and better. And so if we can do it, so can you. I hope that you will get off this Zoom, and regardless of how you felt this morning, regardless of how you felt before you got on the Zoom, I hope that you will get to work and you will believe in yourself just long enough to work and make it happen. And if you guys need anything, let us know. You guys know where to find us in the chats. You guys know that we've got your back. Let us help you seal the deal. But just keep going until the end. A lot can happen, you guys, the last 24 hours of the month. But if you stop short, I promise you, you cut yourself short. You gave up before you even got a chance to see what miracle could happen. And so we love you guys. Alissa, did you have anything that you wanted to add?
You guys, I would just say, like, burn the boat. Get on the island, burn the boat, make the decision. No one wants to be with someone who's half in and half out. Make a decision to go all in. Go for the promotion, you guys. Divide and conquer with your teams. There is no volume that cannot be accomplished. There's no chart that cannot be accomplished. And I'm so glad that you said you don't have to have a success story to talk about the opportunity, to talk about working from home right now. You guys have to take advantage of what is happening right now. Share this gift with as many people as you can. The more you share the gift, the more your business will be blessed. Burn the boat, divide and conquer, decide that your promotion is going to happen. Make the decision. Make the decision with yourself. Make the decision with your team. When you get off here, jump around, scream a little bit, dance a little bit, get your energy and your vibrations high, and then get to work. Work a few extra hours tonight. Wake up early tomorrow. Stay up late tomorrow night. Get this promotion in and get it done, because I'm telling you, going into April, you're going to want to have yourself promoted or positioned for a promotion. Mark my words. Don't miss out on what is happening right now, you guys. We are cheering for you. We are praying for you. We know if we can do it, anybody can do it. So go take advantage of this, you guys. Go earn a bonus. Go blow your own mind. Go build your business. Go enroll the customers. Go enroll the distributors. Make it stinking happen and prove to you, not to anyone else, prove to yourself that you can do this, that you can build this business. Don't let anyone or anything stand in your way.
I love it. We love you guys so, so much. Let's do this.
Let's go!
Timeline flooded tonight and tomorrow with all the promotions.
Yes. Good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.